Game week 6 and a lot of wildcards are flying around in the FPL community. I've decided to keep mine for now, but in this video I'll do a game week 6 wildcard. I'll also do the usual stuff, the game week 5 review, the transfer plans, team selection and captaincy for the next game week. So let's have a look. $59 points and the tiniest of green arrows. The average was 58, so 1 point above average. Henderson, 9 points, really satisfied with his performance in game week 5. Guardiola, 1 point. Gabriel, he scored against Man City again. And Van Dijk got a clean sheet. In midfield, Bruno, still frustrating. SA as well. Son, he got 2 assists and 10 points. Jota, unfortunately, he did not play any minutes in game week 5, and all of my players on my bench didn't feature either. So 0 points for Jota, and Salah, my captain, he got 6 points, and with the captaincy it became 12 points for him. Up top, blank from Calvert-Lewin, and Watkins got 1 goal. So 59 points, it's decent, as mentioned, 1 above average, but once again it really hurt not having Haaland. I really hope for a Haaland blank against Arsenal. It was really close as well, but he got an early goal. He didn't do much in the game and probably should have been booked, but he got a goal and maximum bonus, so 9 points for Haaland. So of course that was not good for my rank, but hopefully he can be quiet for the next game week if I don't bring him in, and hopefully he can continue deliver from game week 7, where I definitely will bring him into my team. So let's have a look at the team selection for the next game week. This is my team right now. Henderson in goal, not the best thing, him playing against my forward Calvert-Lewin. In defense, Van Dijk, Gabriel and Guardiola. Salah, Mbeumo, Bruno, Son and SA in midfield, and Watkins and Calvert-Lewin up top. I'm really considering bringing in Saka for this game week. Arsenal have a really good fixture in game week 6, so I really want another Arsenal player in my team. I've decided not to use my wildcard, but I will probably spend one of my transfers. As mentioned, I will probably spend one transfer ahead of the game week 6 deadline, but I have already spent one of them, selling Jota and bringing in Mbeumo. No points for Jota in game week 5, and he was close to dropping in price, while Mbeumo, on the other hand, he did well in game week 5, scored a goal, has a good fixture in game week 6 as well, so he was close to rising in price. So I did the move, Jota out and Mbeumo in. There's still a transfer that's really tempting me. I want more Arsenal assets, and this is one way to get one of their best attacking assets. Son out, Saka in. This is really tempting. Arsenal have really good fixtures. The problem with this transfer is that I also kind of still want Son in my team. When we look at the stats and the expected goal involvement, Son and Saka are really close. I like Son's ownership, only owned by 8% of the managers, so he's more of a differential than Saka. But when we take a look at Arsenal's fixtures, I really want one of their attacking players, and I believe that Saka being on penalties is the best option from Arsenal right now. So Son out, Saka in is probably a decent transfer before the game week 6 deadline. As mentioned, a lot of managers are using their wildcard ahead of game week 6, so in this video I also decided to include an updated wildcard team. In goal, Raya, and a defensive double up with Gabriel. Aina, Nottingham Forest have looked really good defensively, so I want one of their value defenders. Porro as well, as mentioned when I talked about some Spurs actually have a couple of decent fixtures going forward, and Porro has been really attacking. In midfield, Saka, he needs no more mentioning. He is the best attacking option from one of the best teams in the league with the best fixtures as well. Semenyo, he is in really good stats, especially good fixtures for the next couple of game weeks. SA, I still believe in him. He has shown signs of promise. He has been really unlucky for the start of the season, and he has dropped in price as a lot of managers have lost their patience, but I really believe that having a little bit more patience with SA can finally pay out. Mbeumo, he is in, as mentioned, really good fixtures, and he is the main man for Brentford right now. Up top, Haaland, he will be in, and I've opted for Wood and Watkins in this team. Calvert-Lewin is also an option. I've owned him since game week 1, but if I were to use my wildcard right now, I would probably go with Wood, seeing him being the main penalty taker for Nottingham Forest. So I like Calvert-Lewin, but I really don't like Everton. So right now I'm leaning towards Wood over Calvert-Lewin if I were to use my wildcard. If you already own Calvert-Lewin, I would not use a transfer on selling Calvert-Lewin and bringing Wood in. But as mentioned, if you're on your wildcard, I believe that Wood is the better option. On my bench in this team, I have Rodgers 5.1, decent bench cover, Ait-Nouri as well, really good fixtures for Wolves going forward, and Greaves a starting 4.0. So I do believe that this team will do well. So if you have your wildcard, hopefully this will give you some inspiration before the deadline. Salah is a decent captain option for game week 6 when we take a look at their opponents. Wolves, they have 0 clean sheets. They have conceded the most goals in the league. They have conceded 13 big chances and 56 shots on target, and they have an expected goal of 5.96. So kind of average defensive stats when it comes to Wolves, and hopefully Liverpool can put a few goals past them. A lot on Wildcard 6 are selling Salah right now, so hopefully if you own him, he can be a good captain differential for game week 6. Another player who we also can consider as a captain differential in game week 6 is Watkins. He is playing against newly promoted Ipswich, and for the last 4 game weeks they have kept 1 clean sheet, 6 goals conceded, 14 big chances and 55 shots conceded. Expected goals conceded 8.44, which is almost the worst in the league. So Ipswich not really good when it comes to their defensive ability, and Watkins can prove to be a really good captain option for game week 6. My third and last captain option for game week 6 is Mbeumo. He is playing against West Ham. They have kept 1 clean sheet, conceded 7 goals. They have conceded 16 big chances, which is 18th worst in the league. They also have 70 shots conceded and an expected goal conceded of 8.08. So West Ham not convincing when we take a look at their defensive stats, and I do believe that Brentford will score a couple of goals against them this weekend. So Mbeumo, he might be a really good captain differential for game week 6. Let me know in the comments down below who will be your captain in game week 6.